that a turkey?
That?
Somebody turned off the faucet or fucking...
Is there a turkey in the room? Good grief.
Bow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chat D by B.
Hello, my name is Tony, a.k.a. Friday the 14th.
And I'm Hot Mike Chance.
Ooh. Tell him what to do, Chance. Tell him what to do.
Hit the Cash App.
He's coming in hot with this one today. And we got the boy back over here.
Yep. The difference in you two singing is really funny.
Yeah, it's totally opposite.
Day.
Yeah. I don't have the...
Yeah, I went light on you that time.
Yeah.
You had the vibrato going.
The vibrato.
Whoa,
for sure.
whoa. Hold on. We're bringing out fancy terms here now.
I said it on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have no clue.
Yeah.
Acapella.
That's a good
Acapulco.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Jimmy Buffett, man. We're back,
Yes.
guys. The Viz is here.
Yep.
It's Halloween. It's October. Yeah. Well, it's the first week of October. But
it is.
It's spooky season.
It is spooky.
It's official.
It's so crazy how fast it's come back
and
around.
I think, was it yesterday, the first official day of fall yesterday, I think?
It was.
Yes.
Or was that Friday?
It was the first day of fall yesterday, Tony, the 23rd of September, I think. And if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. It's right to us.
That's right.
Exactly. I like it.
Thank you. You're
Fact
welcome.
checker over here.
Boom.
I have a alarm clock set for the first day of fall.
And this morning, in the past 2 mornings, do you really?
That's how much
you think you know somebody, you two?
That's how much I hate summer.
Then your friend of 15 plus years tells you that. I did not know that Chance sets his alarm to remind about the first day of fall. What do you do on the first day of fall that's different? You're just like, well.
It's just the happiness takes over.
This is my favorite time of year.
Tell us why.
Oh, no.
It's Halloween.
You better not. You better not.
Props?
He brought
fucking candy.
I brought everybody
goodie bags.
He put goodie bags.
I cannot believe we're doing this
Didn't know
right
what was
now.
coming when
He brought freaking candy corn.
Is it a taste test too?
It
has to be.
I know Chad's on the diet and all, but we got to make it happen.
When's the last time you had one?
A candy corn?
Yeah.
I mean, 16, probably. They're terrible,
He
bro.
made bags of candy corn for us.
This is
so funny.
Clip it. Yeah, dude.
Where do we go from here?
First of all, let me shout out to the sponsors for
Little Halloween bags.
We got Trouble Spirits.
Oh, yeah.
We got Nixon Pro Media. We got Revolution 1, a.k.a. Candy Corn Media. And we got the Natural Disasters, Earthquake, and Typhoon holding up the new album, Chat Arms, Live Forever, available now. Go get it.
Stamped all the way, pre-ordered. It's already out by now. And
It's
everything.
out now. Go get it. If you don't get it, I
Stream
guess
it.
we're friends, but I don't really like you as much as the other people.
Halloween episode.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta,
for sure. That can't. Yeah, I mean, this is getting. I'm throwing it out. No, I'm not gonna throw it out the window.
This is. I'm gonna put it
That's
on
a
my
gift.
shelf.
That's a gift.
That's the gift. That's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
It really is, Chance. Thank you so much for the candy corn bag, man. We really appreciate it.
That was the setup of all setups right there.
And what better way to segue into what the episode is about after that than to talk about Halloween-themed movies? That's what this episode is. We're kicking off Halloween month.
With the movies that we like to watch around this time of year.
Yeah. And we had to bring Visibone back for this one because these are always, every year, like, big times a year for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, as far as movie watching, it's like the horror bug, starts kicking in.
Well, it's always the months that end in are always the prime months for us.
Yeah.
Once September, October, November, December, once all those, the fall's kicking in, it's just prime time. I mean, but we watch horror movies year round, but this is all the...
I actually attempted this year to not watch that many throughout the majority of the year.
Just
and
to
then
spark up.
once September hit, the past month I've already been going.
Been rolling.
Yeah.
Been ripping it, yeah.
And we still got all of October to go, and then there's
it's a hard stop when it gets to November.
Yeah.
Outside of the Christmas horror.
Yeah. Which future episode coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
but
sure.
this month, the month of October, we've got some great episodes for y'all. We got this one this week. We got one wrestling, and then we got a big franchise that it's going to take us 2 episodes to tackle this month.
It's going to be a 2-parter for sure. But we're going to get you taken care of for the month of October. And we can get right into it, man, however y'all want to do it. These are not in what order, Tony?
They're not in chronological order, that's for sure.
Good job.
I said it right. But yes,
you said it right. Now listen. Congratulations, we're grown men.
That's it.
Y'all get it started, man. However y'all want to go.
Well, this is one that me and Jordan we picked up last time. We went to Grindhouse Video, I think, or Grindhouse Video. We picked up Ghost Watch. It's from 1992. Mm-hmm. It's a British movie that's set on Halloween night. It's almost like found footage. Consider it found footage.
Yeah.
Paranormal team is going
early 90s.
Yeah, 92.
Yeah.
They're going into this house for a paranormal investigation, and then shit hits the fan. And they broadcast it. It's almost like War of the Worlds-esque.
They actually broadcast it on TV.
Yeah, they broadcasted it on TV, and people were calling in to the radio station.
Thinking it was real.
Yeah, thinking it was real and everything.
Yeah.
Not a good movie. Very dated.
It just had a cool edition that came out.
Yeah, we
it was
bought
a blind buy for both of us.
I remember now. Was it when I went with y'all to Chuck
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. And also, too, I was going to ask you, I didn't get a chance to see this one, but 92, a found footage movie 92, what's that like?
It's
Is it rough?
And it was British.
Yeah, and it was British.
Crikey! That's Australian. Damn it. I'm not cultured.
I just snorted.
Blame the candy corn. God damn it. Tony just snorted.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Wow.
Not bloody likely.
We were starting off on a roll.
We're good at stuff, man. Not bloody likely. That was terrible, Kramer.
That was more British right there than Steve Irwin in person.
Yeah, R.I.P.
This is definitely the
Jellyfish
most
of the devil.
accurate podcast on the internet.
It is over the top.
It is, dude.
I just snorted.
Clip it.
But yeah, Ghost Watch is no good.
Yeah, it's not worth the time. I mean, there may be fans of it out there, but it did not sit well with me.
Blu-ray edition.
Yeah,
That's all
and
you
immediately
care
got
about.
sold
If
after
you want like
watching
shelf
it.
art, yeah, I guess. So ghosts don't watch.
Yeah. But the next one is one that I've never seen. Chance has always talked about this. Ever since we've always talked movies with Chance and everything, Chance has recommended this movie every time we talk, and that's Lady in White from 1988.
This is Chance's brain scan.
Yeah.
And brain scan in me is like this in Chance, probably.
This is like one of the first. I wouldn't really call this a horror movie. I would call it more of a horror, like mystery movie. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a Disturbia, but a little bit more horror to it. Ghost, stuff like that in it. Yeah. It's about a little boy named Frankie gets locked in a cloak closet at school as a prank and finds out that there's a murderer loose that's killed about 10 or 11 kids in his town. So, but very Halloween time feel.
Gets a whole
setting. You get a couple of shots of just fully green city, but most of it's like fall,
Halloween and everything.
Yep.
Like Jordan said, does that have a screen release?
It does. It's super out of print.
Yep. Okay. They have it as of now. They have it on Tubi. You can watch it on Tubi for free right now.
Yeah, I don't have Tubi, but I may download it just to watch this one.
Is Matthew Broderick in it?
No.
What am I thinking of?
I don't think Matthew Broderick's in it. Nope.
Google it.
Godzilla.
Ferris Bueller,
Cable Guy.
Same movie, right?
But yeah, that's one Chance has always mentioned to me about watching. So get on Tubi, and I'm gonna have to finally watch especially for the month of October. I will get to it this month as a promise to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
There you go.
Oh yeah, man.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
And one that we took off the list that you mentioned was Double Double Toil and Trouble. Your Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Oh,
film.
I was like, what's going on?
Back in the day, that was the one.
Who is it?
Double Toil and Trouble. The Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen Halloween movie.
Fuck Joey.
It got taken off the list.
Yep.
What year did it come out?
Is early 90s. Is when they were putting out their like little straight to video movies. Like they had a Christmas one too.
It's just one of your things as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of
random stuff like that.
I had a lot of girl cousins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's what happens.
Yeah.
But then, a newer movie.
Cool.
A newer movie that we can't really get into. It's a 2023 movie, Cobweb, that just came out on Blu-ray. I don't want to say too much about it since it's a newer one, but it gets the setting of Halloween perfectly. Mm-hmm. Tons of pumpkins, a lot of pumpkin carving going on and all that stuff. Fall setting, it captures it.
It's not a fun
No,
movie.
It's not as bad as Babadook. Fun-wise,
I think we're the only three people that didn't think Babadook was.
Babadook's dreadful.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's not as dreadful, but it's it has almost like that tone in a way.
Yeah.
And
It's more like a drama.
yeah, it has like you get a little feel of Black Phone in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say something else, but it would give
Love
give,
that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Black Phone is fucking awesome. Love
But it
that.
gives those and just mixed around the whole Halloween time of the year and everything.
It's
the
good.
parents are super creepy in it. I highly recommend Cobweb.
Oh, yeah, when I almost got it on Vudu, but I'm just waiting for it to get a little cheaper. But you said you can rent it.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
rent
you
it
just
on
rent it,
on Prime.
It's on my Voodoo.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
it's
can
on
see
his
it.
Vudu.
It's me saying it, not you.
Right. Yeah, hell yeah. So Cobweb. So the next one, I have seen this one.
Scream 6.
Scream 6.
It's another 2023.
Yeah.
I just had it on because you got people in Halloween. It's set on the last night of its on Halloween night, ain't it? Where
Think
most
so.
of the everybody's getting killed. You don't really get a Halloween feel for it. It just put it on there because all the Halloween costumes,
Yeah.
and it's a newer one.
Yeah, I mean, we broke down the Scream franchise. I liked this one better than the other. I did not like the one before this at all.
No.
Is there not another Scream movie that has like a Halloween setting?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Well, they talk just with 1 and 2 where they just reference horror movies so
Right.
much, maybe.
But
But
not set in October.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look that up.
I don't know.
Scream 6.
And that's it.
Chance, you want to talk about Scream 6 on
I think they did a terrible job of making it a Halloween time movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have showed a lot more on there, but I liked it overall.
I think what they underutilized most in that movie, and I think we talked about
The
too,
scenery.
was the whole New York setting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you have a movie set in New York and you don't use Times Square?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the one where the girl the movie that started that the girl gets stabbed in the alley,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then it was the copycat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it turned out it was what's his name's dad, the cop. That's
It was the dude from Copycat.
Yeah.
I think the only reason they made that around Halloween is so that it didn't seem as weird whenever Ghostface came into the store dressed up. I think that's not like the only reason. Just
Yeah.
about because I mean,
Good
other than
observation
that,
on that
it didn't really.
And like if you're in like a Halloween mood, you're not gonna get Scream 6 off the shelf.
Yeah.
Or it's just on the list just because
It's got some.
it's set during that time.
Yeah.
And that's what we were going through. It's like, oh, that has. Oh, they're dressed up in Halloween costumes. Oh, we'll put it on the list.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But
Well,
it's like the next one too, The Crow. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't really get a
Not a
Halloween
Halloween movie at
feel
all,
for it, but the whole everything takes place on the night before Halloween and drags on Halloween night as
Yeah.
well. But you don't necessarily get the whole.
Yeah, there's not like trick or treating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only way. But it's still
It's a great
badass
movie.
Great movie.
The Crow.
But
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's just crazy how that whole
Brandon Lee stuff.
Brandon Lee thing even happened, man. That's just wild.
It's terrible. That family, man. That whole family.
Yeah.
They're like the movie, like the actor version of like the Von Erichs or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're a very good comparison right
Where
there.
like just tragedy. Just
That'd be Sanchez
striking.
Turner to you, Jordan.
Gotcha.
The Von Erichs.
Wrestling. Yeah.
They were a wrestling family.
Gotcha.
They're like 5 or 6 brothers, and all of them committed suicide except for one of them. So yeah, let's just move on with some more positive.
Yeah.
Cool.
Scary stories to tell in the dark. We all grew
I
up.
liked it, man.
Yep.
I mean,
It's for
got- it's a little-
PG-13.
It's a
It's
little.
okay.
It's a little hokey. I guess is that a good word?
I
for this?
rewatched it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
It's just
it's harmless. It's a it's a good watch. I mean, for people that aren't super into horror
Yeah.
movies, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
goosebumpish.
Yes.
Yeah, for
very
sure.
good.
Did
very,
you see where they're doing? They're fixing to bring that
yeah,
show. or
yeah,
the
it's
series?
a whole new series coming out. What is it?
Goosebumps
Justin
series?
Long's in it, I
I
think.
think so. Yeah.
the books when we were kids seemed a whole lot scarier.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I was fixing to ask next.
Yeah.
Were y'all fans of the books?
Yeah.
Like, girl,
I mean, I
that was
collected them, but I didn't open one up and read any of them. Like, I mean, that sounds familiar. But the Scholastic Book Fair was a
Yeah, I remember I got them at the
Man.
book fair.
Oh yeah, yeah. The pictures, like the pictures in it, were more terrifying than the stories.
I remember my mom was kind of concerned
when do you
when I came home that
because
day
one of
with
the
that
pictures
book.
was like a man's head on one
Yeah.
of the book covers
Yeah.
and everything.
shit got real when you stopped getting boxcar children books and
You
started
started
getting fucking R.L. Stein.
Yeah. Well, these
Fucking
bumped up-
apple dumpling.
These
game.
bumped up from the R.L. Stein book. I think these were before the R.L. Stein books, though, and they were
Yeah, maybe.
they were
But I
probably
thought that R.L. Stein did the Goosebumps though.
yeah. No, I'm talking
It's
about
about like this. Oh, the scary
the
ones.
scary stories telling.
I remember one of the only books I remember reading, and I don't remember all of it, but there was a R.L. Stine book called Hit and Run, and I remember I read that book, bro. I read that book, and it was like, I mean, it was a big book. That's all I had to say.
It was an R.L. Stine book. It was 150
I read
pages.
that book, bro.
I can't tell you anything about what
Title
happened
of
in
like a
it.
series.
Hit and Run.
I read that book.
It would be one episode, and it would be that.
Yeah.
And
Did we have any
Bears.
character
Wouldn't
development in
last
it?
very long.
I mean, no, I don't remember. It would have made a good movie, probably. Shout out to R.L. Stine, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's rolling in it.
This next one is another one that I think is super dope.
Trick from
Yep.
2019.
Yep, 2019.
I rewatched it last night.
Does it hold up?
I wasn't crazy about it the first time I watched it,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
but it has like action music in it. The killer, like the kills are cool.
yeah.
The killer's like, you know,
Is that the one with the
Ethan Hunt running around.
Yeah, okay. And he's like a businessman or something.
No, he's like a young kid
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of
because he kills everybody like at a Halloween like high school party, and it goes on through like a 5-year span. He only shows up at Halloween time. Omar Epps is the cop in it.
That's the one.
Do you remember now?
The
Omar
mask. I
Epps?
remember the
Oh, yeah,
mask.
I
and
remember
everything.
that, yeah.
The mask looks cool.
The
in
masks, well, they're different. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just his face where it's painted, but it's okay. It has like action music though. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't have like it's got Halloween decorations and setting, but the music, like it's just the vibe's not fully there.
And it doesn't. I remember too. It's one of those that at the end it just keeps going, and you're like, okay, there's this turn.
Yeah,
When they're like a lot of twists instead of like in a parking garage or a parking
Maybe.
lot. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I remember that towards the end. It's just like, okay, really, and then something else. That's the only thing about it that I remember. That
Yeah,
being-
the parking garage. Yeah, it's all.
It gets all like they did a little too much at the end. With
Yeah.
it, but I thought it was cool though.
It's okay.
It is a forgettable one for me.
Yeah, it's not one you're gonna like seek out at Halloween time.
Yeah.
And then another one that the only thing about this one is the trick or treaters, and that's E.T.
E.T.
You got to throw it in there.
Yep,
Um,
it's on
just
there.
yeah,
Every
it's
time
on there because of the trick or
Yeah,
treaters.
everybody knows about ET.
The
Every-
first
yeah,
thing I
Waking-
think about when I think about ET is Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
it.
the speller thing.
The music is all I care
Oh,
about with that movie.
The mo-
I don't really rewatch it a lot.
No, but
No, it just didn't. It was never one I watched. I mean, I watched it a fair amount of times as a kid, but like as an adult, it wasn't one that like I went back and watched maybe once in my adult life.
I need to show it to the kids.
yeah, that score is incredible though,
Yeah.
and it's one of my. It's probably the oldest ride at Universal Studios now, but it's still my favorite ride at Universal Studios. Just the whole, you get that music through the whole
music.
ride, and everything is just
Yeah.
it hits you in this
Good old
nostalgia
John
feels.
Williams.
I remember vaguely that a line from the movie, and it was Elliot called somebody penis breath. I didn't know that. As a kid, I was like, he said penis breath? That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. But yeah, shout out E.T.
Yeah, E.T. You can. The next one, I don't know if y'all have seen this one. I've seen it. It's called Hack-A-Lantern. It's from 1988.
I missed out on this one.
If you ever want to watch it, it's free on YouTube. The mask looks pretty cool. Other than that, it's very forgettable slasher. Characters are stupid.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
It's a dreadful. Somebody
Didn't,
put
like,
out.
Vinegar or something.
No,
put
it
it
was
out?
some random company put like out a special edition for it, but it's not even worth it. I watched it through YouTube, and I will never watch that movie again.
Has a cool name.
It has a great name. It's one of those that the cover art is way better than the movie.
Yeah.
It's a prime example of that.
Yeah. Kind of like Ghostwatch.
Yeah, and it was Hack-A-Lantern was one too that we kind of were like stoked about it because it was like one of those independent releases.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it had a cool little,
It had an
treatment.
awesome slipcover on it.
Yeah, and then
The cover art is like, oh, that looks awesome. Yeah,
It was
dreadful.
definitely a polished turd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But one that's not a polished turd from the same year, from 1988, is Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's one of my
That's a
favorites.
good one.
Lance Henriksen, man, terrifying.
Dude,
terrifying.
the sound is like the making the cicada sounds, like in the summertime. I think Stan Winston did the monster, the Pumpkinhead design for it and everything.
Just that old school design
yeah.
of Pumpkinhead. Like, it either works or it doesn't work. And it worked.
And it
Like,
worked.
It's just really fun.
And that's what I like about the first one more than the second one. You get too much of Pumpkinhead in the second one.
Yeah.
Where the first one, it's almost like Halloween. It's in the shadow.
Pumpkin patch. and
Pumpkin patch.
It's all
and
foggy.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
The second one went to little too glorified with it. It was
Blood Wings. Or
it has Linnea Quigley in it.
Yeah.
Still a fun movie, but it doesn't catch the feel of fall and Halloween like the first Pumpkinhead does.
The witch, and it's the creepiest thing in it.
You a fan of Pumpkinhead?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I never knew about it until the Scream Factory came out.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Hastings days.
Yeah, good old Hastings.
I remember
days.
seeing that cover, and I'm just like,
Yep.
I have to buy this.
Yep. I need to rewatch it now that it's got that Forkizzle.
Yeah, it's
Does it come out yet?
It comes out in
a couple weeks.
Yeah,
it's like, it'll be cool to check out that way. I haven't watched it in a little bit.
and then you got the Trick or Treat, not the Trick or Treat that everybody knows, but the one from 1986 with Gene Simmons in it, and I forget.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
I've never seen it either.
It's I think somebody's releasing it, giving it finally a Blu-ray release here in the U.S. here soon, but I've only seen it once. It's about a heavy, like a hair metal band, and he gets possessed and all that stuff. But it's a fun Halloween movie. It has, like I said, Gene Simmons. I think it has Ozzy Osbourne in it as well.
Oh, okay. So it was like like they were capitalizing on them 80s, like
80s metal bands and all that kind of stuff. It's a fun one to mix in with the Halloween movies. It gets the whole feels of Halloween around it.
Yeah. This next one's a fire one, dude. House of a Thousand Corpses, 2003.
Dude, we just rewatched this one here recently. Yeah. This movie just, until the last 15 minutes, it just gets it for a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
The decorations in it, the whole setting, Bill Moseley is just a decrepit piece of shit. Mm-hmm. He knows how to play a piece of shit of a human being perfectly. Sure. And,
it's Zombie's first movie, right?
Zombie's first movie. The whole Captain Spaulding stuff you get at the beginning is great. Yeah. The whole story behind Dr. Satan. But once you get to Dr. Satan, though, that's where it falls off big time for me. The last 15 minutes. Once they start going to the underground stuff, is where it falls off for me.
Like I said, I was telling them off camera, like, I think this movie to me was like an 8.5, 9 up until like the last 30 minutes, and then it dipped for me. Like, I hated that last 20, 30 minutes so much, it would probably dip to like a 6.5. I love the first 45 minutes, though.
And you could definitely feel the Texas Chainsaw the feelings through that first hour of it.
Zombie's first 3 films, he was on pace to be like a GOAT level director. And other than like H2, the other ones were all swings and misses.
Yeah.
All of them, to me.
There's like Lords of Salem. There's parts of Lords of Salem I really like.
Yeah, the vibe of it.
At
the beginning,
it's
I'm into it.
Yeah, the music that
horrible.
that
record
that plays is super good, but then it falls hard.
Yeah.
Of course, we know your feelings for 3 from Hell.
Yeah, I hated it. But again, that situation, I feel like he just waited too long to make it. And then by the time he did, Sid Haig was on his way out, unfortunately, RIP. And they just kind of pieced together something that should have came out 10 years prior. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That should have come out in 2015 or 2010.
Yeah. That should have came out when 31 did.
Oh, yeah, it did come out in 20. Yeah, it came out around, 2018 or something like that?
Yeah. Because we'll get to, do you want to go ahead and talk about 31 since we're talking about how's. Go ahead, because we rewatched that one too. Rewatched 31 as well. And that one falls hard. Doomhead is an awesome character.
Yeah,
that's about it.
I like the 2.
The Chainsaw guys.
Yes, I like them guys, but they were in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and one of them is Lou Temple.
Yeah, Lou Temple. Yeah, for sure. But they spent so much time on the little person.
Yeah,
at the beginning. He was not at all creepy, scary, sadistic, like it scares, like you didn't give a shit about him.
The creepiest part of the movie is when they get kidnapped, and it's almost like from when they kidnap everybody in House of a Thousand Corpses. That whole scene, it's shot like that with the shaky cameras. There's so much going on. And then it just falls hard, except for when Doomhead comes in, and he's the best. He's by far the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't like all like the rich people
No, dressed like
side of it.
Benjamin Franklin and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
the
what-
wigs,
all
Malcolm,
of that.
and Malcolm
And
McDowell.
it was
could've
Malcolm
just dealt
McDowell,
with
who you
these-
hate anyway.
Yeah.
Malcolm,
Yeah, so that didn't
He's
help.
on the list. for
Yeah,
sure.
Is he on the Pierce Brosnan list?
Yeah, he's on the list. Pierce Brosnan's the president.
he's somewhere in the cabinet. He's in the cabinet for sure. He's secretary or sergeant.
But he's miserable. And it's just, I want to like that movie.
Me too, bro.
I want to like it so much, but it just,
That's a cool title.
yeah. And the only thing about Halloween
It's as
that
simple as it
the
is.
story,
it doesn't make sense.
It's one of those could have been so fire,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. You know, what I
And
mean?
then the ending, it's just like,
It's like you do all that, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna." It doesn't matter that you want. I mean, it doesn't matter.
you survive 31, but yet he can come back and he's going to
He's
kill
gonna
you anyway.
So it's like, well, okay,
Yeah.
well that's
Yeah, because I remember picking it up the first time watching it. It's like, damn, this movie sucked. And then I picked it up again. I was like, I want to like this movie so bad. And then it's just like we watched it again, and it's like, no,
Yep.
it went back in the sale pile immediately after.
Yep. Mine's just on my voodoo.
I skipped it because I heard so much bad stuff about it. I didn't even put myself through that.
Yeah, it's some of the.
Is it worth the watch though?
No. No. No.
I mean-
no. I'm gonna
If
say-
you watched all the other Rob Zombie
Yes,
films,
yes.
you
if
Yeah,
you're a
yes.
Rob Zombie fan, yeah.
if you watched Lords of Salem, definitely you should watch 31.
all right.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, and it's
I want to forget it, but I've seen it.
It's on my
some of
voodoo.
those shots at the end.
you can watch it for free, so it ain't gonna cost you nothing to watch it.
Yep.
You know, and you can just watch it on mine. But
I'll
like
check it out.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
You got an
have to
hour and a
watch it if
half
you've
to
seen
fuck
all of
around
them.
with while you're doing stuff at the house. You throw it on.
Some of the kills are like the whole chainsaw part with the two brothers with the chainsaws. That, like you said, that part's cool, but you only get them for like what 10 minutes.
Yeah, the creepiest characters, which I think, and the coolest characters, they use the least.
Yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah. Especially when it comes to Doomhead, he's used by far the least out of anybody. And
yeah.
but man, Richard Blake is so.
Not to mention, you had dude from Welcome Back Kotter with the Rastafarian accent.
Yeah.
It was horrible. He was bad, bro. Like he was like, it was bad.
I tell like go back to. I've become a huge Richard Blake fan. Anything that he's in,
Yeah.
Doomhead.
Yeah,
So-
he's awesome.
Other than Three from Hell, his character in Three from Hell's dope. Though.
Yeah, him
the
and
movie
Bill Moseley.
sucks, but his
Their little
character's
combo's fun.
cool. Yeah, for sure.
It's just,
For sure. It's just it felt like a
Yeah.
it felt like a super B-rated movie.
it was.
But yeah, so moving on, we got Night of the Demons, classic, one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
greatest '80s horror movies.
Yes.
We've
good one.
we've spoke about it multiple times on the channel and on Triple Flicks, I'm sure. But like that movie is the definition of what dope '80s horror cheese
Yes.
really is. It has
hits
everything.
it hits all the check
Practical
marks.
effects, raunchy comedy, like lines,
Nudity.
dope kills. Like, it was just dope, man. It was
Yeah.
cool. It's such
Great
a cool
practical
movie.
effect.
I don't
think
like
you said
either
that.
of the sequels, but I like.
I didn't even know there was a third
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's bad. I've seen all of them, even the one with Edward Furlong.
Yeah, we
It's
watched that
terrible.
one, the
We wa-
remake.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Oh, yeah,
it's
the remake.
terrible.
it was
Yeah.
bad.
But Night of the Demons is super dope, and I think Linnea Quigley's in that as well.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she shows the goods in
Giggity.
that one.
She showed her tits a lot.
I think she shows
had
a
them
good-
tits out like all through the
Is that
80s.
like where something happens with her nipple?
Yeah,
like a
the
lipstick.
Yeah, the lipstick nipples.
Something. Yeah. She showed them.
They
things.
protrude.
She was throwing them things around too in Return of the Living Dead.
I think that was a clause in her contract that she had to show.
Oh,
the
Linnea's
goods.
in it. Tits are out.
Yeah. Bam.
Also,
It's like the stripper chick in Halloween.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Eastbound and
Down and
down.
down. Them two,
Oh,
two
we got
cabbages.
her. We're gonna
yeah.
get titties in this. We're gonna get titties.
Shout out
in this
titties.
movie.
But also, Linnea Quigley's also I think shows her titties in
Pumpkinhead too.
well that and the Christmas horror movie.
Fuck.
Garbage Day, not the first one.
Not the first one.
Silent Night,
Silent
Deadly
Night,
Night.
yes,
Sorry, I was
yes.
drawing a blank.
Yeah, she gets hung up on the deer antlers.
Golly, that was exhausting. But yeah, man, Night
It's
of the
harder to
Demons.
name what movie she's in that she doesn't show them.
Yeah, I can't name one. Night of the Demons is if you have not seen that, and if you're like Chad, what's some dope '80s horror movies? That's probably in the top.
Oh, yeah.
3 that I would say.
It's
first.
in my. It's one of my favorite Screen Factory releases too.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
But then you got one that we find. I think you've seen the first one.
When we all watched it, but it's been. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen hundreds of movies since then. So it
Hell House LLC. The first one came out in 2015, and then the 2 sequels came out in 2018 and 2019. It's a haunted house. The first one's based around a group of people that are building a haunted house in this old hotel, which is
It's all like found footage.
It's all found footage. Comes back. Yeah. It's like super haunted and demonic. All that kind of shit hits the fan. It's super dope
for being while they're getting the haunted house ready. They live in the hotel. So by the opening night, that's when like everything
shit hits the fan, and
it's really good
for low budget, and it's low budget, but it's done really well. The scares are done really well.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of oh shit factors. The second one was super dope. The third one kind of fell flat.
Yeah,
a little bit how they tied the story together and everything. And I think we got a fourth one coming out in October.
Yeah, I remember the second one had a little bit more action to it.
Yeah, it was a little bit more fast paced.
Yeah,
had
the
more
third
scares.
one I'm blanking out on.
The third one was the Blood Lake one with the whole where they get the people to come back to back to the house and all that stuff after. But yeah, they're definitely worth a watch.
It's a fun little.
Would it go in order 1, 2, and 3? As far as what's the
I'd go 1, 2, and 3.
Like I said, I only saw the first one, and it's vague, because it's been years since we watched it. But
you can watch 1 and 3 on Prime.
Okay.
2's kind of funky.
What'd you watch 2 on?
I did that free trial.
Oh yeah,
it's on Prime. Screenbox. Yeah. But then I just canceled it after the free trial, just to watch the second one.
Oh yeah,
that's a good little trilogy.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the fourth one coming out.
And they're all like maybe an hour 15, hour and 20 minutes a piece.
That's a little box set. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a great box set for somebody to pick up.
Yeah.
Come on, Screen Factory. We know you're watching.
We know you're watching.
I don't know anything about the next one.
I like it. Okay, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. It's made for TV horror movie. Larry Drake's in it. R.I.P. I think it's a made for TV horror movie from '81. So like you're not going to get that same. And you know how much we love '81 horror, but like it's made for TV, so you're not getting a lot of blood and gore. And
it's not edgy.
No, it's not edgy. But I did think it had some effective parts in it. It's not super scary or nothing.
Yeah.
For a Halloween related.
Yeah, I watched it. I gave it a second try, and it just fell flat for me again. It was just like, it's just like you said, it falls flat because it's a made-for-TV movie.
I think it's one of those because Skeggs loves it, but he grew up watching it as a kid, so it's one of those. Yeah. Like if you don't watch, we didn't. None of us watched them as kids. So but if you grew up watching it, then it's going to have that nostalgia to you. But I think there's parts of it that's cool.
Yeah.
But it just suffers from being a made-for-TV horror movie. So you know what I mean? If you're used to
that.
You watch Terrifier and then you go fucking watch.
Yeah.
You
got two different ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah. Opposite ends. But the next one we've spoke about in our horror anthologies.
Yeah. It's
Trick or Treat.
It's an ultimate watch during the Halloween season.
Top 3 anthology.
Top of the list.
Yeah.
Just Halloween watches in general.
And that's when me and Jordan were talking about this too one night watching something, how Sam, the character of Sam, has turned into such a horror icon off of one movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the movie
you don't know anything about him.
Yeah, don't know anything about it. And for being in the movie, not even the full movie he's in.
Yeah.
I think if they ever come back to they've always talked about doing a second one, is to give us like a prequel of what Sam is.
I can't believe they haven't. I mean, it's been 16 years since
it's been talked about.
Yeah.
The past few years, it seemed like it was legit going to happen.
You would think they would have been done that. It's got
blow
a cult
up.
following with it.
Yeah, it's. I don't understand why nobody's ever touched the sequel.
Because it was a flop, right? When
it was a box office.
Yeah, I was late to the party.
Everybody was.
Yep.
Yeah. 2008, is that what it was?
2007.
Yeah, I don't think I watched it till about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was real late.
I'm gonna look up the box office.
Everybody was kind of late to the party.
But that's what's wild. You got Jason, that's a horror icon off of 10 plus movies. You got Michael Myers as an icon off of 10 plus movies. Freddy, Leatherface, and Sam just off of maybe 45 minutes of screen time, if that, off of one movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's being generous.
Yeah.
For him to become the horror, but it may be because the license for that character is so cheap and everything, and it's so Halloween based around the time of year and everything.
Yeah.
He sells.
It said the budget on it was $12 million, but it doesn't even say what it did at the box office.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it completely bombed.
Yeah. but it definitely has like that cult following that it got later. Which happens a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good. It gets everything. It checks marks off everything for the Halloween movies, anthology movies. It covers everything.
Yeah.
All the stories are solid in it. It doesn't have any dragging in it. It's a Halloween time must watch.
Yeah. So what about this next one? Because I didn't even know about this one until we sat down before the Spirit Halloween movie. Like, how was it any count?
I didn't get to watch it. It came out, I think, last year when Spirit Halloween opened.
My son keeps bugging me like crazy to watch it.
Yeah, I think
he's obsessed with like blow ups and like animatronics and
I think Jordan was going to try to watch it in before this episode, but just didn't get it. I think it got a physical release.
It's like a family movie.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the animatronics come to life and stuff in the store.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
Gotcha.
Bryce.
Well, that'll be cool. Hey, Bryson will probably like that.
Yeah.
The kids really want to watch it.
Well, another one that's dope. That's a kid. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
One I've never been a fan of.
Really?
I don't.
Bryson loves it.
I don't watch it a ton. I've watched it maybe 2 or 3 times. I think it's cool. Like I don't. It's not one that I go and. But you talk about a cult following.
Oh yeah.
That movie. I mean, especially from a merchandise standpoint.
Oh yeah.
Like them people go crazy for Jack Skellington.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and it catches the Halloween and it catches Christmas.
Yeah,
so you're getting it.
Yeah.
It's getting on that rotation.
The music. This is Halloween. Like that.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves the
Which I didn't
songs
realize that Paul Rubens Pee Wee was one of the voices of one of the little kids.
It makes sense because it's
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I drew a blank. Which of course directed Pee Wee's Big Adventure, but
I'm
that
forgetting what he most importantly directed.
Edward Scissorhands.
Eh.
Did he do Edward Scissorhands?
He did.
He did do
That's not the right
but
answer.
y'all are forgetting.
Beetlejuice.
Come on, man.
One more.
Well, the only reason I said
One more guess.
The only reason I said Pee Wee's Big Adventure because you said Paul Rubens.
Oh no. But I was just
But
saying.
now we're talking about Tim Burton.
Yeah, now we're talking about Tim Burton.
Well, Batman.
Okay.
Yes. I didn't want y'all to have 3 strikes.
No, my bad. I was fixated when you said. By the way, R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Big top Pee Wee.
I don't know why I laughed.
Hopefully you're doing the.
I don't know why I laughed.
Hopefully you're doing the dance.
Dun, 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 dun.
Getting away from France. Shout out
Yeah,
Mark
Nightmare
Holton.
Before Christmas is a classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
My
My son loves it.
Yeah,
Oogie Boogie. It's his favorite.
just greatness. The music throughout the whole thing. But like I said, it's just a great movie that you can watch from October all the way through the end of December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dope. This next one's dope too, bro. And I saw it at the theater. Hellfest 2018.
yeah, it's a good concept. It's like Halloween, a horror movie set at Halloween Horror Nights.
It's got a very Scream vibe. Am I tripping saying that?
No, I agree, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with the killer, like the way, because most of the kills were stab kills, correct?
Yeah.
Which is, I get maybe that's why. I love the vibe of it. I love that whole
The
fun
amusement
house, amusement park.
Yeah.
That's just dope because
It's
there's so
fun.
many different ways you can go about that. Like with,
And it's almost like realistically, like a psycho really could do that kind of. A psycho person could really go and do that
of
kind of
course,
shit.
like
I think.
easily, like I don't remember if it was Halloween themed, but when this came out, there was another movie that came out called Bloodfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm trying to remember if it
Same year.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was Halloween themed or not. I don't think it
I
was.
can't remember.
But it was kind of similar vibes.
yeah, it's pretty much
Hellfest was better.
Hellfest was the better out of the two because I think Hellfest got a theoretical
Release. Shout out Phenom Pat.
and Bloodfest went straight to Blu-ray.
Yeah, straight to blue. Yep.
But yeah, both of them. Hellfest was a good time.
Yep.
A good time.
Not much depth to it. Just a simple.
No, just a fun horror movie.
Amusement
and this
park
next
setting.
one, bro, is one of my it's my favorite of his movies, and it's one of my favorite like childhood
Oh yeah,
classics. Ernest Scared Stupid.
love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just the troll used to the neck dangly thing that. There was a kid that we went to school with, and he had like extra, like skin flap coming off.
Oh, a
of his
little
neck.
dangly.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I always would immediately think Ernest Scared Stupid from the troll and everything. See his little skin flaps.
I'm in the minority.
I was gonna say
I was never a fan.
I was gonna say I thought that Jordan was was one of the few people that like wasn't a big fan, which I get.
It kind of creeped me out when I was little watching it.
Were you a fan of
Yeah.
Ernest movies though?
I love Ernest Goes to Camp,
Okay, yeah.
but
Which
that's the only one I like.
they ain't gonna take this camp. Camp Kikiki, dude. Shout out, dude. Hold it down, Ernest.
Ernest Goes to
R.I.P.
Camp is
Filmed
one of my
here in Middle
favorites.
Tennessee.
Yep. Dude, what's crazy is, so in that movie, you know when they go into the grocery store and it says Bill Martin's?
Yeah.
There was a Bill Martin's in my hometown, Greenbrier, right, for years. I thought for the longest time that they shot that scene in Greenbrier because there wasn't but maybe 2 or 3 Bill Martins, but it was I think it was like in East Nashville or somewhere. But it was like it looked exactly like the one that was by my house. And as a kid, I was like, that's got to be it, you know.
All you had to do was get some milk.
Look it up, you know.
Yeah.
Don't know. Miak when he goes. I love Ernest Goes.
I love it too.
But I grew up with it.
Shout out, rest in peace, Ernest. He actually lived in the town that we're filming this episode in.
Yeah, and he loved booger sugar.
Yeah, he did like the booger sugar.
So yeah, shout out Ernest, R.I.P. Yep. The next one I have not seen.
You've probably seen it from the card. It's a short from Disney, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, The Headless Horseman.
Okay.
It just catches the whole. It's like I forget. It's from The Legend of Ichabod and Toad, or
Mr. Toad, or
something like that. But it's
I'm sure I saw it when I was little.
Short story in there, but the whole Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollow story, just cartoon. But it's set on Halloween night. You got the pumpkin, all that good stuff.
For sure,
it catches it. One that I like to mix in.
Yeah. Which leads to another Tim Burton.
Yeah. The live action Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. Loved it.
Very moody, atmospheric.
Dude, it catches it.
Yeah.
It catches I need
to watch it, man.
It's the dark Tim Burton movie that we like. Push. I think it is rated R, ain't it?
I don't know.
It may be rated R. If it's not, it's high PG-13. High PG-13. Get the fuck out of here. But it just.
What did he say?
It's rated R.
It's rated R. Thank goodness.
What did he say?
But it just, it catches that like Tim Burton's dark side even more.
Yeah, it's all about just the atmosphere
and Johnny Depp's weirdness.
Yeah. Johnny Depp and Tim Burton were like
peas and carrots.
I was trying to think of it like a dope NFL combo.
Like, I'm waiting on this one. Give it to me.
I was gonna say Peyton and Marvin Harrison. That's such a deep dive.
Of
course, that.
Wait on the edge of our seat for this one.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like a Shaq and Kobe. I could have said,
and I would have laughed.
Shaq and Kobe, but
you get crazy Christopher Walken in this one too.
Yeah, he's always weird.
He got the crazy eyes going in this one.
Does he have the crazy hair?
Yeah, he's got the crazy hair.
I got a fever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So is the next one, man.
Yeah, Haunt.
Yeah, like that one a lot.
Haunt's kind of like Scarefest. Not Scarefest.
Yeah.
Hellfest.
Hellfest, yeah.
You know, haunted house.
Yeah.
Just random crazy people in it.
Yeah.
There's no story of like who they are.
No, they're just
why they did it.
Why they have huge eyebrows and why they deform their faces all up and everything.
They're all pierced, all crazy.
But the kills are cool.
Kills are cool.
Definitely got dope kills, and they got that special edition from
Ronin Flicks.
Ronin, Ronin Flicks, yeah.
It's a good one.
Cool. Yeah, it's a fun haunted.
Simple.
It's a haunted, good one to mix in for the haunted house. If you're in that haunted house theme of horror movies.
Yeah.
We got a couple more on here.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think this next one has gotten several, but we've only watched the first one, correct?
Yeah, I've only watched the first one of it.
Because when we went to that boutique shop for all the horror movies, wasn't there like part 2? Or
I think there's 3. I think there's 3 of them now.
Is there?
1031 series.
I haven't even
1031, my bad, I didn't even say the name.
After the first one.
Yeah, the first one was, as an anthology movie, very, very, very forgettable. I don't even think we brought it up in the anthology episode.
I don't think we did. If we did, it was very brief.
Yeah.
It was another one that got us with the whole polishing the hell out of it with its super dope slip with like the comic book vibe.
Cool title.
The cool title, like the whole, anthologies, like all that. But it just fell flat. The acting was really bad too. Not bad good either. You know what I mean? Like
low budget anthology just didn't.
But people love it. We're probably in the minority that says that we didn't like it.
Yeah.
Really? There's people that like it?
It seems like when it came out, everybody was just praising the hell out of it.
Yeah, and I think it's from the same people that put out The Barn.
That was another one.
I think they're just excited about the edition.
Probably.
Yeah, they can't be watching the movie.
Yeah. The Barn was another one. I don't know if that's Halloween theme, but like that was another one.
Forgettable.
Very forgettable, like low budget horror movie. These next 2, bro. Terrifier 1 and 2.
I rewatched the first one last night.
What do you think when you rewatched it?
It's like just you're go to, like grindhouse, like grimy. It's really effective. I like it.
No, for sure.
And knowing what you're getting in for too, with especially the one kill that this movie's known for.
I like the first one way more than the second.
I do too.
Dude, me too. I don't like the second one. Like the second one.
The second one should have cut off about 45 minutes.
It's way too long. You never do a 2.5 hour slasher movie, man.
No,
because you're already. Because the first one was an hour and 18 minutes or something.
And there's not much to it.
No.
It's just him smiling and hacking people.
Yeah, and it's like
It's like doesn't need to be that long.
Terrifier 2, bro. It takes this turn that makes me so angry.
Yeah.
With the whole Wonder Woman, fucking Marvel, like whatever they're trying to do at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
And is the second one even? The first one's set on Halloween night.
Yeah.
Is the second one have anything to do?
Yeah, because remember he's in the costume shop with the one dude and everything.
Okay.
In the costume shop, and I think it's like a year later.
Yeah.
I think maybe or
I
2.
just don't. The second one is just it's such a long watch. Like you could literally watch the first one twice.
Yeah. I didn't watch the second one because I felt like after seeing the first one, I felt like I would have seen everything they could have done in the second one. So
he just tried to do more ridiculous versions of what he did.
The bedroom kill in the second one. There's no way in hell that girl's living through that.
No.
And when the mom comes in the bedroom,
they make her Superwoman at the end. But
yeah.
Kills the fuck out of that girl. And she just keeps getting up. It's like, okay.
Well, like that one, the girl in the bedroom when the mom comes in, and the girl's like, "Help me!" There's like no way in hell that girl is able to speak after that.
Yeah. No. But Art the Clown is.
Oh, he's a horror icon.
He's
quite the character.
He's the creepiest clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
He's just.
have you ever seen
Or
Bozo?
close second to Krusty. I think
Bozo was creepy.
Bozo, solid clown. Krusty. Not as solid. I think he's kind of overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Art.
What was the clown's name on Seinfeld?
Eric
the clown.
You know Bozo?
Are you a
Zio.
have we talked? Are you a Seinfeld fan?
There's plenty of clowns.
Not really.
Fun fact. Seinfeld fun fact. Jordan will appreciate this, and he already knows it, I'm sure. The guy that played Eric the Clown was John Favreau.
Yep. Sure was.
These two are like
Me and Jordan are going to start our own podcast that's
Yeah.
nothing but Seinfeld trivia to each other.
I don't know anything. They've tried to get me to watch Seinfeld a couple times. It don't sit with me.
Yeah, I've watched it.
You haven't given it the
Yeah,
proper
Tony
chance.
said he watched 4 episodes of season 1, which is the worst version of. That's like the worst way to pitch Seinfeld to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like Parks and Rec. Then when I try pitching Parks and Rec to
We
people.
watched it. We watched 3 seasons.
I watched
of it.
5 seasons. I just didn't feel the need to finish it, and it was good. I just like I always just preferred The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's
I'm
the
going to watch
one-
that
that-
style of humor.
That's the one that has the Dingo Ate Your Baby episode.
Seinfeld?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've
Whoa.
seen that.
It's such a deep dig to that.
Yeah.
That's like one of the in the cut episodes.
Yeah.
The dingo
dingo
ate
ate a
your
baby.
baby.
Yeah, someone made that joke one time, and I was like, I'm gonna go back and check it out.
What
Another
a weird thing to
Seinfeld.
go back and check out.
Where are we going?
Dingo ate your baby.
That was on a TV.
Can't stop thinking about it.
You watched Terrifier 2.
Yeah. You didn't watch Terrifier 2, but you
No.
watched the Seinfeld episode.
Dingo
of
ate your
Dingo
baby. That's
Ate Your
interesting. Let me
Baby.
go-
Yeah,
let me
check
go
it
watch
out.
that episode. of Seinfeld.
Lord.
I felt like
Seinfeld's
after
the
I
greatest
watched
show
that
ever
episode,
made.
I didn't need to see anything because I saw everything I needed to see.
No, you didn't.
You ain't going to win that battle.
No.
Trust me.
It's
okay.
man. It's all
Where are
good.
we at now? We talked about, All Hallows Eve. That's
Yeah.
the prequel.
That's
to,
the kickoff to
That's the introduction of Art the Clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't get the same Art the Clown.
No,
It's-
no,
it
Well,
doesn't
there's
hit
little
the same-
sections of that one, right?
Yeah,
He's
he-
only in one little section.
Yeah.
And then he's at the end of it at the
Is he?
videotape
I don't
and
remember
everything.
much from it.
And it's not the same. What's the guy's name? I always-
It's not David Howard Thornton
Yeah.
that plays Art the Clown. It's a totally different.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not near as.
It's a
creepy.
different look of him.
Yeah.
It's not as brutal of, but that's the introduction.
Did they even call him Art the Clown in that?
I don't know.
They might not have.
I only watched it once, and I was like, and see the thing is, we watched it after Terrifier, so
Yeah.
it's like,
I saw it before.
oh, you
Oh,
did.
you saw it
Okay.
before. I
Yeah,
saw it
Mike-
after Terrifier.
Mike
It was a Hastings
Gianelli.
It was like
pickup.
a step back
That was
to
the
me.
original Art the
Yeah.
Clown. Okay, he's very
Mike
forgettable.
Gian-
Mike Gianelli, who? David Howard Thornton's like who?
Yep.
He plays candy corn.
Yeah.
So this next one, maybe one of my favorite ones in this on this list.
House is October built.
Yep, first
So
one.
dope. So,
Yep.
yeah, the second
I've
one.
watched this movie because I remember it got a Blu-ray release. It was only at Best Buy back when I used to work there, and I got it. And I just thought I loved it, man. It's found
super
footage.
effective.
Like, you know, this group of people go to the scariest haunted houses and they document it. You know, and there's times, bro, where you almost feel like it's real.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we know enough about watching movies to know that it's not, but they did a really good job in 2014 of making you kind of like, is this for real? Is this
They
not?
legit went to some haunted houses and filmed.
Yeah.
Used that footage in the film, and then like incorporated this little movie twist into it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is legit footage.
Especially that one where they're in the RV and the little girl thing gets
Walks in.
walks in, and
Yeah.
it's just.
I would have reacted different in a few
total
of the
different reaction.
scenarios.
Yeah, and
kicked her
It
ass
seems
off
fun what they're doing. Like they rent out of whatever it's called,
The RV.
and
Yeah.
just traveling around,
it
going to
seems
hunt
fun.
Yeah.
But
until you come across the wrong haunted house.
Well,
which
some
is
of those
like
are so-
your biggest fear of ever going to a haunted house.
Yeah, man. Like you're already scared as fuck, and then you go to one that's like where they go an extra step, and they're like.
and that was their goal, though.
Yeah.
Like the main guys that
Yeah.
were in charge of it.
And the second one, I like parts of it. It gets weird. It's another one that gets weird towards the.
I remember not liking it. The second one.
It's not near as good as the first one. I like parts of it, but it's not one I go back and rewatch. Or anything.
Yeah.
I'll watch the other one a lot.
I'll watch the first one any day. That's
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's kind of slept on.
yeah.
I think so
It's
too,
right
man.
there with Hell House. The first Hell
Yeah.
House is super slept on,
Yeah.
and so is Houses October built.
Yeah. This next one's a dope one too. Tales of Halloween.
Yep, we
Got
just
that cool
rewatched
edition.
it a couple weeks ago.
Is the people that put it out the same people that put out Terrifier?
Yeah, Epic.
Yeah,
Epic
Epic
Pictures.
Pictures.
Okay, yeah.
They
This-
also put out Candy Corn, and I want to say maybe 1031. I could be wrong. Maybe 1031. Epic Pictures has done a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
And most of them suck.
Yeah.
So-
Tales of Halloween. I feel like it was kind of the
It's got
same.
fun parts. It's got
Yeah,
dumb
it's
parts.
got
Kind of a vibey. It was kind of like a trick or treat vibey.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
it's got I think six or 8 stories in
Yeah,
it.
Twitch
Got
Tweet.
more,
It's
yeah.
got the little
Which
Jason-
I think's cool. That it's got more than just.
Have
3
you
or
seen
4.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
the little
Yeah,
took a
it's
tweet guy.
Yeah, there's the whole scene. It feels like a Jason scene, like with a slasher and a girl running in the woods, and then all of a sudden, this claymation
Alien comes out of the
alien comes
He goes,
comes down to the ground. He's just like, "Twick a tweet,
hi.
hi." He's got this little voice.
Fucking great.
It's so great.
Twick a tweet.
But yeah, Tales of Halloween. It's going to be in the rotation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun one.
I'm glad. So before I even looked at the list when I first sat down here, like I was hoping, I hope that this is on the list. And
yeah.
obviously it is. The Guest.
Oh man,
Such a dope movie, man.
And it's cool. You think out of this whole list, you know, like it's the only one that's like kind of an action movie.
yeah.
You know,
But
But it's got horror vibes to it somehow.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
does.
how it does because I guess maybe the Dan, Dan Stevens.
Yeah.
His vibe maybe.
The
Or-
and the music.
the music's
The music,
incredible.
yeah.
The music you get like and the whole setting of the
setting,
haunted
it's got a
house.
Halloween setting.
But that music though, it just sets that vibe for. It has callbacks to almost Carpenter-esque
Yeah.
sound to it.
Yeah.
And everything. So, yeah, The Guest is a must to put on this list if you've never seen it.
100%.
It's so
it is.
good.
And then you got Hocus Pocus. You got to put Hocus Pocus on this list.
It's a classic for most people.
Yeah, it's watchable for me, but it's not one that I have to watch every year for Halloween and
My
everything.
wife watches it with
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Same.
I've never been big into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did
They had a
anybody
new
see-
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did anybody see the new one?
I haven't seen the new one.
My kids did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I
you see?
w-
Even my kids were like, "Meh."
I kind of watched it. Like it was on, but I wasn't.
It just don't hold the nostalgia like the original.
I wasn't a big fan of the original.
Okay, right on. Okay, we're all not fans of it.
Yeah.
Same deal for me on the next one too.
Yeah, the great.
I-
You had to put
Great
it in
Pumpkin,
there.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah, it's.
I've watched it. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's one that if it's
Charlie
like,
Brown.
I'll
My
watch
mom
the
loves
Charlie Brown like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
more than I would watch the Halloween
I
one.
think I've
Yeah.
seen the Christmas one. The
Christmas
most.
one, yeah.
But you know, it's Charlie Brown.
And then you got to mention up the whole Halloween franchise, which we'll get to a little bit more here in the next couple episodes.
I'd say we should have just ended with that one.
Yeah, well, I should have, but that's what you did for putting me in the driver's seat.
But you didn't.
Well, the good thing is, with us, we're going to be doing it, so we can let them know.
Yeah.
So we're doing the franchise that we're going to be speaking about is the Halloween franchise. It's going to end up being a 2-part episode. We've done a rankings years ago with Chance on our Triple Flicks Mafia channel, but things have changed since then. A lot of movies, 3 or 4 have came out since then, and our thoughts have changed some on some of them. But that's what we're going to be releasing this month as well for y'all.
Yes.
So we don't. There. Yeah, for sure. We'll have all 4 of us here. We'll be doing those.
Yep.
So we won't. I guess we don't really have to expound upon them.
No.
There was just one other movie on our list besides that.
Yeah, and I completely Creep Show.
It's on his shirt.
Yeah. Creep Show.
Oh, classic, bro.
Yeah, it catches especially the opening to it and everything. You got the pumpkins and Halloween.
I prefer the second one over the first one.
I like Creep Show too as well.
Yeah, I like both of them, but I think after rewatching the first Creep Show, I love the Fluffy story in Creep Show. That's probably my favorite one out of that one. But yeah, I think I like Creep Show 2 a little bit more more than I like the first one.
Better.
Yeah. As a whole, I like Creep Show 2 more than 1.
Yeah.
But it catches that Halloween vibe.
But yeah, but then the Halloween franchise, that's obviously like
the
heavy hitter of October.
Yeah. I mean,
for everybody, I think.
Yep.
And we had planned on, which we're still going to do, we planned on this month doing a Friday the 13th franchise episode, but we're going to wait and do that. We'll get it done, but we won't be able to get it in this month just because time. The only reason we wanted to make sure to do it this month is because there's a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But shout out to Big Trill. We're going to get that done. Our buddy Willis is going to come on for that one.
Moonwalk Socks.
Moonwalk Socks. So
Forgot about that.
shout out to Big Willis. But
yeah, there's a list of some movies to watch for the Halloween season this year.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I think that, and obviously there's a lot that we didn't talk about, I'm sure, but the good
I feel
thing.
like we were forgetting something.
Oh, I'm sure
we
there's
will.
some out there.
Yeah, the people will let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments what y'all thought of the episode like normal, but let us know which ones of these you liked, you didn't like, or if there's ones we left out, put them in the comments. We're doing the podcast for the long haul, so if it's stuff we don't get to, then we'll catch it on the next go-round.
We'll come right back around.
We're going to look up, and it's going to be Halloween 2024.
Yeah,
be
it's
like,
crazy.
remember last year when Chance brought candy corn for everybody?
I cannot believe he brought candy corn out of his backpack. He had this planned out.
Yeah, man. But y'all be
For
sure to
weeks.
hit up the channel for sure. Hit up the channel, subscribe to it, hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you listen to podcasts audio-wise, the link is in the description. That's the smart link for all the platforms, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or all those. Just hit those up. Also, shout out Trouble Spirits, Nixon Pro Media, Revolution One Media, and shout out to the Natural Disasters.
Go buy that Live Forever album.
Yes.
We out this motherfucker.